Okay, before we start it up, I will test the sound. And it seems to work. Okay. So let's go back then. I hope the engine sound is not too much. Now to save some time in the recording, I started it all up and got IFR clearance and so on, and I had to struggle with the flight plan, so I had to try to mend it so it sticks together. We'll see if it works alright. I know where Västerås is, so I won't bother if something goes wrong. It looks like the flight plan works now. So we got message on which altitude we should have. I'll have to check that. I forgot it. 3000. Okay. 3000. That's the only thing I didn't do. Sorry. 3000. Everyone. And as the autopilot is very conveniently placed down here, I have to do this things before. Nothing seems to work before. Okay, that's alright. So now I just have to okay. There's the vertical speed selector. Vertical speed. Okay, I'll have to do it later. Let's hope I make it. Let's hope my computer doesn't crash. So I got the right pressure, so now we just put on the lights and get going. Okay. Yes. Look. I heard that people had trouble with this one, that it was taxiing too fast, but I think if you can tinker a little bit with the throttle, it doesn't go too fast. It looks very good to me. Left. And button call from the tower.
Karlstad Tower, Sweet Mount 10 tree ready for departure. Runway 0 tree. IFR to Vaesteras.
Sweet Mount 10 tree, QNH 1001. Cleared for takeoff, runway 0 tree.
Takeoff runway 0 tree, Sweet Mount 10 tree.
And as this is a test drive, we won't have any passengers. As it is at many airports, you have to go backtrack to the end of the runway. Very common on small Swedish airports, and I think others too. I would be too surprised if this type of airplane does start from here real, because where I live in Västerås, which also is a fairly small airport, we have a Beech 200 going between Västerås and Västerås, so they are common in Sweden, these types of planes. Then it's not the VIP like this one, it's a passenger version. Here we have some space to turn. Here we are. Okay. Yes, I called for those, it's alright. And we'll try to go up to the right level. Should before starting. It's already there. Okay, that's good. That's where I want it. So let's go then. First these ones. Very long runway, I'll start without the flaps. It's like we have to. Okay. Here positive rate. Now we can manage to autopilot then.
Sweep out 10 tree, contact Malmo Center on 118.0. Good day.
Here we are. I think we can go where we
Sweep
have.
out 10 tree. Did you copy?
Just a minute.
Going to 118.0. Sweep out 10 tree.
Here we are.
Malmo Center, sweep out 10 tree is at
Which works
2,400
fairly well.
climbing 3,000.
Sweep Mount 10 tree. Malmo Center, QNH 1001. Radar contact. Continue to OK 502. Sweep Mount 10 tree. Climb and maintain 11,000.
Climb and maintain 11,000. Sweep out 10 tree.
Goodbye. Here we are. Looks like we're on the way. Some warning there. I'd like this one instead. So, there we are. yeah, let's see what we have downstairs. Much. We're over the clouds, so we don't see too much. There's one reason more that I did this trip on the YouTube and on the Twitch, and that's the clouds. Because one YouTuber, Hudson, said that he didn't like the clouds and the weather is worse. So I'm just checking it is like that. It's not hard, it's very hard to see because now I'm just in the middle of the clouds. Let's see if we can go over them. So, oh, not that one. Okay. So that's something. Now we should have actually changed the pressure button. ESOK is 1001, so I'll keep the flight standard and go down to 1001 then. Let's see what it can say of it. My phone around here. Looks nice, but well, and how far are we going? Almost halfway. Okay. It will be very exciting to see what will happen when we arrive. ILS this one way again, runway 1, it will be runway 1 all the way 19. It's supposed to be runway 1 according to the flight plan and the weather, so check the weather and we can see that. Something is wrong here, because on runway 19 there will be an ILS, and before it was an ILS in here, but it's gone for some reason. So, but if you look at this thing, you can see that there is an ILS up here. 108.3, and here you have with or now instead. Really know how to use or now, so I probably use nav and manual. And I should change. Here you have the hours. That one. Let's see what I can do. On nav 1 then. This one. I'll do 0.8 instead. Okay. Looks fairly good there. It's all right. It will be all right. ERS, but okay. Maybe it is 1112. I'm sorry. Course. Well, there we go. Or ARS. Let's see. one instead. Probably not need that one, but it's fairly good to have for reference. So here we are. Should be ending inside there.
Sweet Mount 10 tree. Keep speed, not above 210 knots. Expect RNAV runway. On approach via OW840 transition. Cleared to OW840.
Okay.
Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect RNAV runway. On approach via OW840 transition. Cleared to
There we are.
OW840. Sweet Mount
No more
10
doubling.
tree.
Now it's not far away from the turn to the left, I think, that way. Runway 1, yes, that's right. And it's R now, but, well, I don't know how to do that, so I just follow the nav. Fairly fast. 222 knots. Okay. I guess there's something to do down here if you like. I will use maybe this one. Go down to, I think, about 2,100 feet, probably. Something like that. We'll see what we get. Well, here it comes.
10 tree. Descend and maintain 2500.
500.
Descend and maintain 2500. Sweet Mount 10 tree.
And we have to okay. Reduce the speed then.
Mount 10 tree, contact. Vaesteras approach on 125.955. Good day.
125.955. Sweet Mount 10 tree. Vaesteras approach. Sweet Mount tree is at 9,700, descending 2,500.
Sweep Mount 10 tree, Vaesteras approach. QNH 1000, radar contact. Continue to OW 840.
Okay.
Sweep Mount 10 tree. Contact Vaesteras Tower on 130.605 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 130.605. Sweep Mount 10 tree.
Make it a bit steep with it. Okay. Tune the tower when we're on approach. And now I can see a lot of villages. I hope you will notice the signs. I like to have them black because it's easy to see. And I don't know how to change them on Xbox. Could be a way to change them. I'll make a try then. Okay. Not so far from 4,000 to 2,500 feet, so okay, now I can very soon, yeah. Okay, south of Mälaren, Torshälla near Eskilstuna. Another place, a very nice place. There it is. Now we'll reduce the speed. Eskilstuna should be around here. There it is, on the right there. Wi-Fi relatives there. We still have Eskilstuna to Torshälla. There comes the next leg to the runway. So we're south from Mälaren and here is Eskilstuna, which is a very nice town. If you heard about the hotel or all the EM tractors that were made there, maybe not now, but a while ago, the hotel EM tractors went all over Europe anyway. Now we have bikes. Fun. we have like yeah. Here we go. Now have to port for the tower.
Vaesteras Tower, Sweet Mount 10 tree, 12 miles south, inbound RNAV runway 1 approach.
Sweet Mount 10 tree, Vaesteras Tower. QNH 1000, cleared RNAV runway 1 approach.
Cleared RNAV runway 1 approach, Sweet Mount 10 tree.
This is hot. What if I make it? I think I should go with
Sweet Mount 10 tree, wind tree 5 tree at 15, cleared to land runway 1.
okay.
Clear to land runway 1, Sweet Mount 10 tree.
I just there it is. Okay. Glad I had the marker there. See if we can find the runway then. Should be here somewhere. Oops. Okay. A little bit higher. 1,000 feet. Man, this was something. There it is, okay, there it is. I should have learned Arnab. Okay. Okay, we made it.
Sweet Mount 10 tree, turn next taxiway.
I would say where we were going, but they were coming.
Sweet Mount
Jesus.
10 tree, exit runway when able.
Now we can. Whew, that's the hardest landing I ever had. But I made it. And only because I knew the area. I guess if it was real, I should have gone the other way with the ILS.
Sweet Mount 10 tree, exit runway when able.
Hang on. I'm going. We're taking the taxiway down to the museum. I really liked that it was working. Really working. Wipers, because they really took the water off the windscreen.
Sweet Mount 10 tree, turn next taxiway.
To the right there you have the terminal, and to 2 o'clock now you have the museum. That's
Sweet
where
Mount
we're going.
10 tree, contact ground on 130.605.
130.605 for Sweet Mount 10 tree. Vaesteras ground, Sweet Mount 10 tree, taxi to parking.
Sweet Mount 10 tree. Taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway. Charlie Alpha, Alpha Papa Romeo, Oscar November 28.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie Alpha, Alpha Papa Romeo, Oscar November 28, Sweet Mount 10 tree.
Well, I learned a lot on this trip. next time use the ILS, and I also learned how to tweak the flight plan so it can be seen in the GPS properly. And I did that by adding waypoints in the map, not in the GPS, but those who are skillful on this can add it on the GPS. Okay, we go to the right here. And the signs to the left there, that's villages far away from here. I really like this aeroplane. And those of you who are good sim pilots, you don't do it like I did now, because you could have used the RNAV and so on, or probably you wouldn't have landed in it at all. So now we're here. That's the museum in front of us there. And to the right, far away there, you have the terminal for bigger airplanes, and to the left you have the flying club and grass strip. And I've been on this museum, actually tried their Convoy 440 simulator. They have a simulator made by an old SAS simulator used for instrumental flight, together with an FSX computer. So, but you use the simulator as the cockpit for the FSX. That's quite advanced, although it's FSX, and you really do it the way you do in a real plane, with all the equipment that you have in the real plane. So it's though it's only FSX, it's actually just like landing a real plane. I don't know if they have converted into FS2024 now. I have to go and see, or if it's still there. They have DC-10 simulator and a Gripen EAS 39 simulator, and I think they have another simulator, Airbus simulator too. Don't know which kind it is. Okay, here we are on ground, and now I can switch off the Vipers. That worked. Okay. And here was all the lightings. So it's a good panel that you use the lightings. Now we have to switch everything off then. Off, everything is off here. Good. There we are. I switch it all off now. So, there it is. So now let's go outside. Yes. They even have foldable tables. This is good, isn't it? Let's go in the rear and go out then. No, not like this. I want to go out. Sorry, took the wrong button. So, where is the handle? There it is. I like that. Okay. And it goes up automatically. That's good. Okay, as I said that I was going to show you the... Let's see if you can put the... I think so. We can do this in a way. No, we can't. And now the doors are going bonkers soon. For some reason they are open. And we'll go to the museum. We can go here. Scandinavian Helicopter Center. Yes, it looked like the zoo. Okay. So, nice little museum. Plane probably owned by Volvo. An old Saab 91 Sapphire. And A35 Dragon. A39 again. And you can even read all about them. Like this one, EA34 Seneca. Hello there. And they have a Focke-Wulf 190. That's strange. I don't know if it has it in real, but here it is. Could be. And you have the J29 Tunnel. The flying barrel. And it was called that because it had a, I think it was the Haven Ghost or something. And that's a very special jet engine. I think they call it centrifugal jet, and it's very wide, so you have to have a thick body to house it. That's why it's called a flying barrel. The Vampire, J28 in Swedish. There you have it. No, not the Vampire, the Venom it is. Yes, it's the development from the Vampire. Okay, There should be a vampire here too. And Jack Coldev. Here we have the vampire. Yeah, this is the vampire. We had them both in the Swedish Air Force and the Chipmunk, I think. Yes. And of course, the lady of them all, the Daisy, Flying Veterans DC-3 Daisy, and there we have a SK-14. I think it's Harvard SK-14, and well, I even have this plane in my sim actually flying it. That's why I have SECFP. I have that on all my planes. Here you can read about it. Built 1943, used it at D-Day, and then flying for SAS for a while. Had to wait in 1830. And here you have all the, up here you have the simulators. This is the DC-10, but I think they have the others too. Okay, and lots of stuff around here. They will. Okay, this is the flight for now. So now I say goodbye. I hope you liked it, and I hope it wasn't too long. But you can always scroll if it's too long. Well, see you another day with some better weather. It's even raining inside here, I think. Okay. Goodbye.